We do have breaking news. Let's go there. We're going to South Minneapolis right now. And we are watching this scene unfold. We've had this up inside our studio for a minute, just watching to see. Authorities are responding to an ICE-involved shooting. That's how it's being described by the people in South Minneapolis right now. We now have a reporter there. Earlier today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz posted that his public safety team is working to get more information and urge people to remain calm. And moments ago, the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, said they are working to get ICE out of his state. A lot going on, or his city. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin is on the ground for us in South Minneapolis. Mike.
And the police tape is up right now. As you can see, it's a several block area behind me that is tied off. The tear gas has already been used because each time you get one of these ICE events or a Border Patrol scene, you get the protesters who descend on it. That has already happened here. The details we know thus far is that the person who was shot is a woman. We don't really know much about her condition at this point. No agents have been harmed. There is some discussion that it was triggered by a ramming incident that we see so often when ICE and Border Patrol agents are conducting their operations. So we're talking about one person injured that we know of thus far. The FBI is the investigating agency on the scene here. You see some local police behind me. They are just controlling the scene because you get the protesters who descend on it. Again, tear gas has been used in this incident. And you mentioned that Jacob Frey is now demanding that all ICE, all federal agents leave the city of Minneapolis. He says they are causing chaos. And the quote is, they stand rock solid with the immigrant and refugee communities. So all the information right now, Harris, is preliminary. Right. That's what we're working with. One person shot.
Yeah, and I'm looking down, reading that X post right now from Mayor Jacob Frey, and also just some of the other information coming out. So now it's a little bit clearer. So it's a ramming and a shooting there. We were getting reports of both.
We have major breaking news out of Minneapolis, Minnesota right now. According to witnesses, a woman has just been shot by ICE near 34th Street and Portland Avenue. The exact circumstances around this shooting are not known yet, but locals have taken to the streets in protest already. I will update you all in the comments as I get more information.
ICE agent shoots a woman in the face and kills her. That is the headline coming into the Don Lemon Show newsroom out of Minnesota. According to officials in Minnesota, a federal agent believed to be an ICE agent has shot a female protester in her car while she was trying to turn around. Again, these are initial reports. The city of Minnesota is asking people to avoid the area where they were shot. The governor, Tim Walz, is asking for calm, and the mayor of Minneapolis is asking or demanding that ICE agents leave and saying they stand rock solid with their immigrant community. So again, this is the breaking news. It is just coming in, but according to reports, an ICE agent has shot a woman in the face, fatally wounding her. More details as we get them into the Don Lemon Show newsroom, and more details on Lemon Live at 5 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, on Twitch, or you can get us on social, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and also Substack. We'll see you then.
To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. What we do know is that a 37-year-old woman is dead and that she was shot by ICE. They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bull. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying.
You asked about a shooting that we just had in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information, but this goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day.
We have some serious news right now coming out of Minnesota, where according to initial reports, ICE has shot a United States citizen. We don't have many details, but according to Senator Tina Smith, she writes on Twitter, quote, "A U.S. citizen has apparently been shot by ICE agents in Minneapolis." According to Ilhan Omar, who posted on Twitter, she says that the person shot was likely a legal advocate or a legal observer. According to NPR News, a eyewitness told the news station that she heard ICE agents telling a driver, a woman, to get out of here. She was trying to turn around and the ICE agent was in front of her car. He pulled out a gun, reached across the hood of her car and shot her in the face like 3 or 4 times. That's according to Emily Heller, a witness that spoke with NPR News. The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, says that he is aware of the shooting. He is demanding ICE leave the city immediately. It's very early. We don't have any more information other than this right now. I will continue to provide you updates as we get more information. So spread the word and follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about.
There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. It's on you to make sure that further damage, further loss of life and injury is not done. We're going to be working towards justice as quickly as we possibly can right now, and justice is what we've all got to get.
A woman is dead tonight in Minneapolis after a NICE agent pulled the trigger, and now America is divided. Federal agents say it was self-defense, yet witnesses say that's a lie. This could explode into something much bigger. Let's dive in.
ICE agents just shot someone. I don't do breaking news. It's not my thing, but I'm doing it right now because this is really important. ICE has just shot, and from what I've been told, killed a woman in Minneapolis. This happened minutes ago. Official reports are that the woman's condition is unknown, but from the people I've been talking to that have been talking to people on the ground, it sounded like she did not make it. From what I just heard, she was shot and killed in her car. This is exactly what we knew was coming at some point, and I am so fucking enraged that is happening in my home state. And this is the second day of the Gestapo blitz, sending 2,000 federal ICE agents into the cities and communities of Minnesota. Kristi Noem is out there in St. Paul making Hunger Games fucking propaganda for her Twitter account, while her stormtroopers are currently murdering people just over the river. These agents must be immediately arrested and held accountable, and the rest of them must fucking leave right now, because we cannot maintain a peaceful resistance against a violent invading force who is literally murdering citizens in the street. Now, I don't know what the circumstances are, but I know it does not justify shooting civilians. Even if they attacked these federal Gestapo agents, these agents are not supposed to be here. They are violating the law, illegally occupying cities, and they need to leave. So spread the word that this is what they're doing. Let's keep the pressure up on our elected officials. Let's keep the pressure up in the streets and make sure that this does not happen again. Fuck!
And we saw the cops, and he was like, they're ICE agents.
And because 32nd and Portland was like basically all blocked off with cop cars, and I saw that it was not just like MPD but ICE, and
we saw an ambulance leave. We're assuming that like right as we went in and came back out, and a bunch of people were joining, blowing whistles and accosting them, and you could hear the whistles all through the neighborhood. So we went and we stood there for a while. Then we realized that it seemed like things were happening down here, and we didn't know what exactly had happened. So once we started moving, we went down 2 blocks, and that's where the closest you could get from this side to where the car was crashed. So we saw the wreck of the car.
Yeah.
What would you say the feeling in the air is right now?
I don't know. It's bad. Yeah. I don't know how to put it into an emotion. It's anguish, maybe.
Minneapolis this hour as we track the breaking news that a woman is dead following a shooting that involved immigration officers in the city. Again, that information that a woman is dead is according to, at least for right now, from the Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security. Details, again, are still sparse at this point. We are expecting a briefing at any moment of what is happening in Minneapolis.
This story is disturbing, it's emotional, and it hits deep, especially in Minneapolis, a city that already carries trauma when it comes to police and federal force. Tonight, a ICE agent shot and killed a woman during an immigration operation, and the stories don't line up. According to federal officials, the ICE agent claims the woman tried to run over officers with her vehicle. They are calling it self-defense. No body cam footage has been released yet. No name, no charges announced, just a statement. Now listen to this. Witnesses on the scene say the woman was trying to turn her car around. Some say she was attempting to leave, not attack. Shots were fired and then the car crashed. This is where trust breaks down, because when citizens say one thing and the government says another, history tells us to pay attention. The mayor of Minneapolis is furious. He openly rejected the federal version of events and told ICE to leave the city. Protests have already started. People are chanting ICE out of Minnesota. And remember, this happened blocks away from where George Floyd was killed. This city is not numb to this. This is not just about shooting. This is about aggressive immigration enforcement, federal power, and how much force is acceptable during these operations. When you mix fear, weapons, and immigration raids, tragedy becomes a matter of time. Here is the real question. If this was self-defense, why not release the footage immediately? Why is the story changing depending on who you ask? Transparency breeds trust. Silence destroys it. Let me ask you this honestly. Was this self-defense, or was this another case of excessive force? Should ICE be allowed to operate this way in major U.S. cities? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading them. A woman is dead, a city is angry, and America is watching. It's so sad. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the love and support. May this woman rest in eternal peace. And subscribe if you want real conversations without filters. This story is far from over. Bye.